I did want to ask, because I wanted to go back to something we were talking about, because we didn't get a chance to really talk about Jacob Fatu the last time we were on the air, because he debuted the night we were recording. So I wanted to get your thoughts and go back to what you thought about Jacob Fatu's surprise entry into the WWE, what you thought of the segment, and what you think they're going to do with him going forward.
It really wasn't a surprise to me. I had a feeling that Jacob was going to make his way to the WWE, and it looks like the in-between time from his last time I saw him at MLW to his debut at WWE, he really got beefed up.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he wasn't in bad shape, but like you could tell he, it's an upper body business kid. As Rick Rude used to always say. Dude, I loved it. I love Jacob. Great kid, respectful kid. I would see him at MLW, and he'd be one of the few wrestlers that would come up and ask for advice. And I'm like, bro, you're in the Samoan dynasty there. I'm sure you got a huge tree to pick some leaves from, some learning, to learn from. But he would ask me for advice, and I would give it to him, and it's awesome. So dude, I am so happy for him. Jacob, son of the Tonga kid, another guy I grew up watching wrestling, and that whole Samoan family who I love dearly. It's great. He's going to do an amazing thing. It's weird seeing him in boots now because he usually wrestles barefoot.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where the storyline goes. I mean, you knew he was kind of coming, right?
Yeah.
You knew he was going to WWE. It's just a matter of when, not if. And he's going to do amazing things. He could be, to me, he could be the new Umaga.
Yeah.
Just the Samoan bulldozer. I love this. I'm glad they're going with Samoan werewolf.
Yeah. Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they really did him justice with the entrance. They kept
the music Wednesday was great.
It was so good, and again, the fact that they kept his name, they kept the moniker, the whole, like, they didn't really change much of anything about his appearance. How they present him, flawless, absolutely fucking flawless.
Yes.
So I am excited. I remember I got to see him wrestle at MLW show. I can't remember the name of the show, but it was the one where Hammerstone won the MLW title. I believe you were there that night, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
But I remember I was backstage, I think it was Candice Cordelia, and George Napolitano was there as well.
George Napolitano, yeah.
And as media, we were there with the media team. We walked back, and Jacob happened to be there. And he was very nice. Like, he walked right up. Hey, man, how's it going? Hope you enjoyed the show. Just kind of like walking around doing his thing. Just a really awesome guy. And I feel like he's definitely the kind of guy that he's the total package, right? He can talk, he can wrestle. If you've never seen him, if you're listening to this and you've never seen him do anything, the jump that he did, the splash onto Cody on the table is literally just scratching the surface. I mean, this guy is absolutely unbelievable in the ring. So I'm excited. I feel like I could see him being a world heavyweight champion. Actually, I could probably even see him being like the WWE champion. I think he's that good. I think he's got enough stock, and I'm excited to see where they transition him to. So,
yeah. Speaking about MLW, I have a friend, Giovanni Hamilton, who's been on the show. He's a super fan, all sports, all Philadelphia sports. He's recently relocated to Indiana. His family got a good job out there, but before they moved, I invited him out to an MLW show. After the show, bring him back. I want to introduce him to some of the wrestlers, and I was just standing there talking to him, and Jacob Fatu went out of his way, like, to come over. Like, I was going to ask him anyway, but he made his way over without me having to say a word, and met Gio, went to his bag, got him an 8x10 sign, an 8x10, gave it to him, took photos, all that. That's how good of a guy Jacob Fatu is, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that meant a lot to me because, Gio was there as my guest. Him and his family were there as my guest, and he showed like the ultimate respect for my little buddy Gio.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, he's like nothing but a great guy. I'm pulling up Muscleman Malcolm's channel now. Friend of the show, Muscleman Malcolm. If you go and subscribe to him right now, youtube.com/@Muscleman Malcolm. He's got a whole series of interviews that he's done for a couple of years now with Jacob Fatu. Really enlightening. Talks about the bloodline, talks about his career, talks about his family. Just incredible stuff. So if you really want to dive deep into that, please go ahead and check that out. I'd have Malcolm on, but he'd spend the entire time calling us old men because he's 24 and that's his thing apparently. So, but no, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah, listen.
Time will remember.
And you know what's great
and
is
when he turns 50, somebody will return their favor and remind him that he is now old.
The best part is when he comes over he lives close to us here. And he'll come over, hang out, sometimes play video games with us. And, so James, my oldest son, will start calling him old and tell him how old he is. Hey, nice Crocs, Grandpa. Where'd you get them? And so it's just like circle of life.
Nice Crocs. Do they come with a bowl of soup? Look good on you, though.
Yeah. I mean, no offense, respectfully. You might want to take your...
Nothing good comes from when somebody says, with all due respect.
No. Just because you say all due respect doesn't mean you can say whatever you want. Sure as hell does. So, no, great guy. Both of those guys.
Nothing.
Or respectfully, something wild's coming, man. Something insane is about to hit you. But